Okay, so tonight I'm going to make pork chops and gravy, and rice and peas. So what I usually do, instead of buying pork chops, because they've gotten so expensive, is I buy a pork loin and then I slice it myself. So this is pretty much what they use for when they make your center cut pork chops. And I usually buy these when they're on sale. And I think I got this one. It's a lot bigger. I've cooked half of it because it was really big. I think I got this at $1.98 a pound, which is super cheaper than the $6.99 they pound once they cut it up. So anyway, I'm going to get this cut up. I'm going to put it in the fry pan. Just put a little bit of grease on the bottom. I'm going to put salt, pepper, and garlic powder on here. I'm going to fry them, make a good gravy, make some rice and some peas. So I'm going to get this cut up and get started, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my salt. You can see it's cut up. It's not perfectly, but you can see this looks just like your pork loin chops when you buy them in the store. So I'm going to fry this on high because you want to brown the meat. You want to like sear it. Once it browns on one side, I'll flip it over. I'll add the water. It'll be covered, and then that'll make your gravy. And then I will add some, what is that called? Some cornstarch in water and make the gravy thicker. But you need to start out with a good meaty gravy to start with, so you want to make sure you sear both sides, and then that'll make you a decent little gravy. And then I'm gonna make me some rice, and again I make peas. Hold on. Okay, so it's been approximately 4 minutes. This is on high. As you can see how it's browned. You want to flip it now. You're gonna want to do the same thing on the other side. Again, you want to make a good gravy, so to do that, you have to get your meat seared. So let's get that flipped over. Okay. I'm going to cover this back up, and I'm going to let this go for about another 4 minutes. Check it, and that's when I will start adding my water, cooking it down, adding water, and then I'll do the cornstarch. Okay, it's been 3 minutes, so as you can see, I just flipped this one. It's good and brown. I did put some more salt and pepper on this side, a little bit garlic. Make sure you don't put too much salt. You don't want it too salty. But again, you're just wanting to get this good and browned on each side before you turn the fire down and add your water. I'm going to let this go for a few minutes before I add my water. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. I went ahead and flipped them again, and now I'm going to start adding my water. Now, this is just the plain water to start making your gravy. As you can see that? It's starting to make the gravy, but it's going to be real thin at this point, so we're going to cook it down, and then we're going to add water with, see how the gravy's getting brown there? We're going to add, next time when this boils down, we're going to add water with the cornstarch to kind of thicken it up. I'm fixing to turn this down to medium and let this cook for about 5 minutes or so. This is pork. It doesn't take as long. You want it to cook it till it's tender, but you don't want it to dry out. So I'll probably, again, go about 3 or 4 minutes before I add the cornstarch with water, and then I will turn it down even lower and let it simmer. Okay, while the pork is still, as you can see, still cooking down, I'm starting my peas. Now, these are canned peas, but to dress them up, you can put a couple of slices of chopped onion, a couple of tablespoons of butter. I put bacon bits, salt, pepper, garlic seasoning, and my crazy mixed up salt, so I kind of using everything. So I'm going to put this on a medium and let that kind of simmer while the rest is cooking. Okay, it's been, I'd say 10-15 minutes. And as you can see, I mean, you've got a good gravy already. And you could just add some water and just keep it more of a gravy like this, but I'm trying to feed more people. So we're going to put a spoon, about a teaspoon of this. So I would say do a teaspoon or probably a tablespoon. And you're going to mix it in water. Never put your cornstarch directly in because it will just clump up. All right, so I've got this in a little over half a cup of water, and I'm going to pour this in. You're just going to give it a stir it around. Okay, so now you can see you've got more gravy, and this is going to just taste just as good. It's not watered down or any of that. It just kind of makes where you have more gravy. So again, I'm going to turn this down to medium low. I'm going to cover it and let it simmer for approximately another 10 minutes. And my rice will be done by then, and my peas, and we'll be ready to eat. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes or so, and you can see the gravy is a nice thick gravy. The pork chops are super, super tender. I know you can't see that, but they are just really, really tender. You don't want to overcook pork chops, like I said, because they will get chewy. But, of course, you do want to cook them to where they are tender. So it's kind of like a, you know, kind of a figuring out which is the exact amount of time. I did have to wind up adding a little bit more water because I think I put a little bit too much more cornstarch than I thought I was putting. So I'm going to get my plate plated up. I got my rice over here. Okay. Get me some of this delicious golden gravy here. Again, now this is going to be pork gravy. It's definitely right from your pork juice. Nothing fancy about it. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to get some peas. And there you go. Voila, in about 45 minutes, I've got pork chops, gravy, rice, and peas. Gonna have me a nice southern meal. Enjoy, y'all.